Hello again, my little conscripts, and welcome to another Mordian Glory video. But is it even a Mordian Glory video, or is it in fact a SaltCast? Because I am joined by the man, the myth, the Admiral, Simon! Simon, how are you doing today?
I'm all right, yeah.
I'm all right. Have you recovered from the emotional loss of the mystery around the Terminus Decree and my theory about it?
I'm not bothered about the loss. I'm more bothered about your weird. You need to get out more. I think that is essentially what needs to happen. You need to get out more.
Simon, I downloaded Touching Grass Simulator on Steam. I now no longer need to leave the house to do what you tell me.
Honestly, I have no idea. You've got a whole different spectrum to the rest of us.
I'm certainly on a spectrum, that's for sure.
Often some randomness spectrum.
I was once described as rare in secondary school.
Rare.
Rare.
That's not the word
I think it's quite appropriate. I'm bringing it back. We're not allowed to use certain words, so rare is the word we're going to use now. But yeah, I'll tell you what, though, not a serious note, because we're never serious here. I did not realize how upset people got about lore. I mean, it's people get, look, okay, so just, we should dive into this a little bit, because we are both, well, actually, I don't want to put words in your mouth, Simon, but me personally, I've not been a big lore guy in a while. Like, I used to love the lore. I used to be like, give me the lore, inject it into my veins and all that kind of stuff. But then I decided to be a win-at-all-cost piece of shit and be more of a competitive player. This has also coincided with the time when I discovered the Mordian luck bullshit. You can't roll sixes all the time when reading lore. So I stopped being as into the lore. I had the lore that I like I read Gaunts, Ghosts, and Eyes and Horns, stuff like that. But I sort of drifted away from it, and I thought that people got upset when things changed in the game of Warhammer 40k. But when things change in the lore, it's like a swarm of rabid piranhas. It's crazy. I did not know this, man.
Well, nerd rage, there's nothing quite like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, are you a bit of a lore guy?
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm what am I on now? Book 7 of the Horus Heresy at long last.
Okay, so they'll bury you whilst you're halfway through.
Siege of Terror. Sorry, not the Horus Heresy. So, that's because I used to listen to them when I was in my previous career, so I was rattling through them at 2 a month.
When you were a different corpo shill, and now you're a self-employed.
Yeah,
and then
you just shill got paid for it.
Yeah, now you just shill for GW for free.
Yeah, disgusting, really. I need a better agent. So anyway, I've slowly planned. Well, so I like the Horus Heresy, but I'm not going to lose any sleep over the Terminus Decree. There is a limit. Also, my attention to detail is, if that had come up in one of the Horus Heresy books, I'd have forgotten it 2 books later anyway. I'm like that, like who, what, where? Then I forgot that they were in the book like 10 times, in the book series 10 times, completely forgotten about it. So I really don't retain the information to worry too much about it.
It's weird because you are both very attention to detail and also almost completely unattention to detail. So on the one hand, all of your models have to be like in an army, have to be exactly the same and painted exactly the same, and the basing has to be the same, and there's no room for divergent thought. There's no room for divergent thought at all. But in the same army, all the bolters could be like, some are upside down, some are the right way up, and Simon doesn't notice at all.
Yeah, but then it's just like a view. No, to be fair though, like my elves are all going to be slightly different, but then I think it kind of works better in Old World, to be honest.
Well, yeah, because in ancient times it wasn't until I would say
not another history lesson.
It's not a big history lesson. But it wasn't until, I would say, relatively recently where people brought, people didn't bring their own armor. Like, even up into, like, medieval times, like, people would spend fortunes on armor, and it's like, oh, why would you spend so much on a suit of armor? It's like, because you're going to die if you don't buy the best stuff. And obviously now everything gets standardized and provided by, like, the state, as it were. But that wasn't the way it was for a long time. So it makes sense in old world because it's old school, isn't it? So the elves would probably bring their own armor and have it forged and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, the Dragon Lords are completely different, so that kind of works. I think the Dragon Lords will be different. Everything else will be similar. Depending on how good a job Brownie does with matching the colour scheme.
Fair enough.
Right, next time, right, remind me, next time I'm getting any bloody, any white lions painted,
right,
I should get Brownie to build them for me, because, oh my God, what a shocking kit that is.
Bad kit.
Oh, it's like, here's your instructions, but we're not going to tell you which arm goes with which axe.
And are the arms specific to each other?
Yeah. Yes. Some make sense that the arm is next to the axe, right?
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
So you go, right, that one. So you think that works all the way through?
Yeah.
Not on every sprue. Some arms are in a completely different place.
Yeah.
And it's just like, right, okay, so yeah, so I've got 15. I've got all these done. I've got like 15 done, and I'm like trying to put off the. Now the sword masters, they're brilliant, right?
Yeah,
fully on board. Fully on board. Like I've been waiting to rant about this all week, to be honest. When I started.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm locked in for Assault Rant. This is why we're all here.
Look at that, right?
Gorgeous.
One piece. Love that. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Even the stuff you have to build, there's like 2 little holes. Perfect. Like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, right. I mean, look at the instructions. I know it. Right. No numbers.
Yeah, no numbers. Yeah.
I mean, even if it was just like a thing that said number 10 goes with number 53 or something, I'd be like, right, okay. Honestly, tell you what.
Okay. I am 100% on board. I am 100% on board and agree. One of the big things I have at the moment is GW kits are well, okay, actually there's 2 different things going on here. So essentially there are 3 eras of GW plastic models, very, very roughly. So the first era is basically what the entire sort of orc and goblin range is, where it's just a body that sticks onto the legs and the arms are just flat. Where the arms go just flat. So you can glue any arm you want onto any bit.
Yeah, that's
good.
2 bits. Right, yeah.
That's great. Yeah, and then what happened, and then, so that's the old era, and if you ever built the old Cadians, you're aware, 40k, that's the old era. The old Space Marines, that's the old era. And it's the same for Orcs and Goblins and several other races in Old World as well. And then we've got the current era in. So there's a middle era I've not talked about yet, but we'll get to that in a moment. Then there's the current era that we're in, where all the models are in a million different bits, and they're quite annoying how many bits they're in, because why does the leg need to be in 3 different bits when after I finish building it, it's still monopose? So that's the current era. But the advantage of the current era is, whilst it's fiddly as fuck, at least the instructions tend to be pretty clear.
Yeah.
And the bits do, if you follow the instructions rigorously, you will end up with all the models built. It just takes you way longer than it should do.
Yeah.
And then you have the middle era, which is about towards the end of Warhammer Fantasy, but not quite had the great reset of 8th edition 40k. And this middle era, I would argue, is the worst era. Worse than what we're in right now. Because it's when they brought all the fiddly bullshit in, but they hadn't updated the instructions to actually help you. So yeah, so the current that middle era is just a nightmare. And do you know what? I found exactly the same thing when I was building my Dragon Ogres.
Right.
It's like so in the Dragon Ogre kit, you've got like the two halves of the body that go together.
Yeah.
But then they've got like spines that go down the back, and sometimes these aren't even spines. Sometimes they're just little bits of scales, and some of the scales are like molded onto the body, but there's random strips of scales that you have to glue on, but it doesn't tell you in the instructions which scales go where And because it's just like literally a random pattern, you have to like cut the one out and like try and put, like a fucking kid trying to put the square peg through the square hole and the triangle through the triangle hole. You're like, does that one fit? I don't know. Does that one fit? Ooh, it's kind of close. Yeah. Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Well, you see the other thing, right? But the Emperor's Children kits have been building, right?
Okay. Yeah,
so
yeah.
the backpacks, right? There's a lot of spikes and stuff coming off it, and you think, right, when we attach that to the sprue, we'll attach to the sprue to the bits that stick out, because then it'd be easy to snip off, wouldn't it? Yeah. You know, you go, if you looked at it, right, and you weren't a complete and utter wazzock, you'd look at that and go, that makes sense, because then you can just snip, get a bit of sandpaper or a stick on, job's a good one. No. So what they've done is they've looked at all the spiky bits and gone, right, what we're going to do is we're going to attach to the sprue right in between. So then you can't actually get your clippers to snip it off at where you want to. Then there's not enough room to actually get any kind of purchase on scraping it off. Yeah. Oh, honestly.
I don't know why they break the bits down into so many.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, look, they're going to make it menopause. Fantastic. But,
well, those are from the Isle of Blood set, which was one of the starter sets. And what kind of... I don't understand why GW doesn't just make things easy to build. I don't get it. Like,
it wouldn't even be so bad. It's just where they've attached it, honestly. And you sit there going, right, don't get me started.
No, so get started, Sam. That's why we're here.
I'm in the midst of two really annoying, and I'm talking about a load of bits. If you have a look at the Noise Marines, Christ alive, it looks like they've been bloody sat on a nuclear device. That's how many pieces they're in.
Yeah, I tell you, the example I always give of how of this thing that GW has done going too far is Corbeck's toupee. So if you ever build Gaunt's Ghosts, the front bit of Corbeck's like hair, not all of the hair, just this tiny bit of hair is a separate piece, and you have to just glue it onto the front. It's Corbeck's toupee.
Right.
It's like, well, why?
That'll definitely be Brownie's problem.
Yeah, it's so strange. And one of the things that I think, we've talked about GW, but talk about Warlord just for a moment, because I've got to get a good Warlord glazing session in there, every opportunity, of course. You cover the corpo shilling of GW, I cover the corpo shilling of Warlord.
Yeah, but you get paid by them.
I don't get paid by them.
You get your little sneak previews.
I receive gifts.
Yes.
I mean, technically, I get paid commission because I have an affiliate link. Technically, but I don't get. I definitely, the level of ball washing that I do for Warlord is higher than the amount of freebies and a commission that I get. Let's put it that way. I need a better agent as well.
It isn't like an awful lot of ball washing.
Yeah, they're so clean. They're so clean right now that you can eat your dinner off them. But with Warlord kits, this is something that I often say this in shorthand, or sort of offhand, I should say, and people kind of misunderstand it and they sort of take the piss out of me for it. But I say Warlord kits are equal in quality to GW kits.
Now, the newer stuff, yes.
But the newer stuff, the newer stuff is fantastic. Apart from, have you seen the Katusha crewman for the Soviets?
No.
I don't know where they found this guy, but he was stacking crates in the mountains of the Urals, and he never should have been taken out of that environment. Go and look at the new Katusha crewman. I call him Sergey, and he's just like, they never should have. He never should have been conscripted. He didn't pass the requirements for conscription. It's clearly when they were scraping the bottom of the barrel. But what I would say with the Warlord stuff is, look, in terms of individual detail, I think Games Workshop has the edge. They have the edge. You looking at the guy
holding the rocket.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. They've modelled they've modelled a figure after you. There you go. That's what you get. That's what you get for your ball washing.
Hey, dude, if I that's a compliment. That guy is stacked. That guy is stacked, man.
Alive, what is going on like that? It's like that photo of Elon Musk when he looks like an upside down bowling pin.
Oh yeah, there's also all like all the JD Vance memes and all that kind of stuff where he's got like the big cheeks.
That is not a good look.
Yeah, we're not getting political, by the way, guys. We're not, just to be clear, because we always leave politics at the door. That was just a comment on memesmanship more than anything else. Yeah. But the thing is that
it doesn't actually look like you, to be fair.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Is the nose big enough?
Evan, put a picture up at this point, please, mate.
Yeah. Is the nose big enough? That's the biggie. Is the nose big enough? Gotta have the big rubbery nose.
Yeah, see, he's got his tongue out there. There's Warlord Games' arse. Honestly, it's
yeah, that guy is living off that guy is that strong because he's living off a solid diet of Warlord balls.
Right, I don't get those two new kits. What's the difference between them? Because one just seems to come with less than the same price.
Oh, you mean the new starter armies?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me 1 second, because I just want to finish this point. And then we'll definitely go over to it. When I say the Warlord kits are of equal quality, I actually don't necessarily mean the quality of the models themselves. There's only so much you can do with World War II models because they didn't have like random skulls and spikes on them, so they tend to be relatively simplistic. They're relatively simplistic. But what I mean by the quality is when I think Warlords is a massive leg up over GW in terms of sprue ergonomics and ease of build of their kits. The sprues are incredibly well laid out and the models go together incredibly easily. So on balance, if we say, okay, sure, GW higher detail, but detail doesn't necessarily mean quality. So higher detail here, but ease of build and sprue ergonomics down here. And then if you do it with the other way with Warlord, then they balance out to being equals to equals. Anyway, that's the point I wanted to make. Simon, the new starter armies are a bit funny, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm looking. Is there a difference other than you get a tank gun in the 43, 45 army, and it's the same price?
We don't know because obviously we haven't got our hands on the stuff. But based on the list of stuff available, one comes with a Zis gun. And one comes with an extra officer.
Fair enough.
So you're always going to pick the one with the Zis gun. Yeah, because you get 42 plastic infantry in both. So if you need an extra officer, you could just make an extra officer. But it might be that the officer you get is like a unique mold, like a unique sculpt you only get in that thing, but I don't think that's enough of a selling point.
You get 2 resin platoon commanders.
I'm pretty certain you get one in the other one, because if you look at the picture for the other one, there's a resin platoon commander because it's the new heavy weapons platoon box. So I think you still get one with the other one. You might get 2 bonus platoon commanders. You might get 2 bonus platoon commanders.
It doesn't say, to be fair, on the list. But it does show it on the picture. Anyway, very strange.
I think you get 1 to 2 bonus platoon commanders, but it's definitely not enough to offset a Zis gun. And I think Warlord should probably chuck something else in there.
Madness.
And what would you add to make it equals to equals? Because my initial idea was like they should chuck in I
don't just do the one kit.
Just do the one. You could just do but one's an early war kit and one's a late war kit, but I don't think there's any point.
I mean, what is it? A different tank?
Different tank. Different tank. T-34-76 versus T-34-85.
No, that makes no sense.
Yeah, I probably would just have gone for the late war one.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what you'd do if you were ordering it, wouldn't you? So
well, to be fair, they're not losing anything by having that one there. It doesn't cost them anything. Do you know what I mean?
it's a cunning plan, right? Is what they're going to do is they've got 2 emailing lists, and they're going to wait to see who buys the early war bundle, and then they kind of go on a special list of stuff that they send shit out to.
Oh, what you mean, like the I saw you coming list?
Yeah, we saw you bought this worst kit, so here's I've got a bridge to sell you type of thing. Well, I mean, you kind of go for the forward to building mega bundle, to be honest.
Yeah, I would as well. That comes to everything.
2 Katyushas. I mean, that literally is everything you could possibly need, isn't it? For
I mean, 2 Katyushas is rough. Like, it's not rough for you as the Soviet player, rough for your opponent.
No, so let's get the credit card then.
Look, we play a very gentlemanly game with of bolt action, because we don't bring multiple launchers against each other. We're very conservative with our flamethrower game as well. Like I feel like the box set, A Gentleman's War, is kind of named after us when we play bolt action.
Yes, but then you start rolling dice, and then it all goes Pete Tong. What the hell is that?
Are you just temporary hallucination, or is there a fly in the room?
I don't know. So something's dropped down. Anyway,
GW sent the snipers after you. To
180 quid. That literally is a full army in a box, in it. You're not going to need anything after that.
No, it's a full army. It's not only that, it's a full army at 2. I actually like it because it means you don't have to bring the Katyusha when you're playing against your mates, because if the multiple rocket launcher is a bit tough, you could go, oh, well, I'll use my 2 tanks instead, kind of thing. So I really like that bundle. I also like it from the complete other end of the spectrum, because I've been doing a lot of those apocalypse games.
Yeah.
Well, if someone was to, and I'm thinking of running a big bolt action / conflict apocalypse next year.
Yeah.
And if someone wanted to turn up to that, they could be like, bringing 2 multiple rocket launchers to that game would make perfect sense, because it's a big game, so the ranges wouldn't screw you over and stuff. So it's perfect for friendly games, it's perfect for spicy games, and it's perfect for big games as well.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. Like that.
Yeah. So are you getting Soviets then?
No, I've got so much on my to-do list.
You just borrowed my Soviets.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything until I've got my I've got my Empress children to a point where they can play on the tabletop.
I mean, the way you were describing it before, I feel like you need to change that sentence to, I'm not doing anything until Brownie has got my Empress children to...
No, I've come up with, I've kind of looked at, I've got, in my little sort, I've got like 15 Italians, I've got 15 Raven Guard plus 2 characters, 3 characters maybe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 Empress children, 5 Raven Guard, 5 Italians, 10 Empress children, 5 Raven Guard, 5 Italians, and then just clear my little stuff that's all built and primed.
I couldn't switch around like that. I mean, I respect it because it keeps things fresh and interesting, but for me, it's like, let's lock in and paint 40 of the same troop in a row.
Yeah, well, like I said, but you've got your own spectrum.
I've got my own spectrum. Do you want to see what I have been painting, though?
Go on. Is this what you've been...
Oh.
You said you've been busy.
It's difficult for me to describe how I felt painting these models, man, because I have been looking at these models on the Warlord website for years, but I've never had the excuse to buy them. Oh, I can't buy that. I need to buy more 40k and all that kind of stuff. And it's so nice to be able to just finally get my hands on them. I present to you Soviet Ned Kelly.
Oh, God.
I've not got the camera on auto zoom, but he's so, you can probably see him better this far out, to be fair. This is the Mark 1 Soviet power armor. I painted 5 of them last night, and I'm in love. I'm in love, baby. So good. I got 5 of those. My pile of shame for Conflict 47 alone is bigger than your pile of shame, Simon. And I haven't. The game hasn't even been released yet.
I'd have had a nervous breakdown if me.
I may have been on a little shopping spree.
So what have you got now? Oh, you're doing the bricks, are you?
So you know this always happens to me. So I get into a game and I look at the game and I'm like, oh man, this particular faction I really want to play. This particular faction I really want to play. Oh, this faction I'm not that bothered about. And then somehow I always end up going all in on the faction that I'm not that bothered about. So I wasn't that bothered about the British, but I've gone and spent like a lot of money on them. And the reason is because Wayland Games had them on a really good price.
No, we're not doing that. No, I will log off.
What do you mean?
Whatever the next thing that's probably going to come out your mouth.
What, drama?
Yes.
No, I'm not doing any drama today.
The algorithm has just decided on YouTube that the only thing I'm interested in is that thing that I'm not talking about.
Is Boris Beresy, that'll throw it off. Boris Beresy drama.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it going around.
I know.
Do you want to, okay, I do have, it's not drama, but I do have a funny thing for you.
Right.
Okay, and this video will already be out at...
Is that what you say to Mrs. Mordian on a Friday night?
F in the chat for Mrs. Mordian. Chat and I discovered a way to kind of not even at all, hack the GW website.
Right.
And this came out from the Boris Beresy drama. So...
Shut.
No. You'll find this interesting because you might actually... You might actually be like, okay, I wonder how this works for this particular kit. So if you go on the GW website, you'll see that they never have any stock numbers, right?
Right.
You could just add to cart.
Yeah.
But if you try and add to cart something that, let's say you wanted to buy 20 Avenger Strike Fighters and you added, you tried to add 20 to cart, it won't let you if they don't have 20 in stock. It'll say insufficient stock.
Right. Okay. That seems logical.
But so you can buy, but you can only add 10 to cart at a time. So if you have no life, you can find out the stock of anything that GW has on their website if you sit there adding 10 to cart until it says you can't add any more to cart.
Okay.
Now, the reason why this is kind of interesting and is linked to Boris Beresy is because, I kid you not, two people in my community decided to figure out how many Saturnine boxes GW had in stock. And they sat there for several hours clicking add 10 to cart. You can't even be mad at this level of dedication. Adding 10 to cart again and again and again and again and again on Saturnine until it said insufficient stock.
Right.
And they did it on two web stores. They did it on the US web store and the UK web store. Yeah. On the US web store, the maximum they could add to cart before it said insufficient stock was 9,131.
Right.
On the UK, it hit 9,999 before the website bugged out and it didn't say insufficient stock. It just wouldn't let them add any more.
Right.
So GW has got at least like 18,000 boxes of Saturnine available in stock, which is a lot of Saturnine. Because if you go and like try this with like other kits, they don't keep that many in stock of other kits. Like I added like, again, it's old world, so it's a bit niche. I haven't tried this with any other 40k products, so maybe this isn't that unusual. But with old world, they only had about like, I think it was about 400 of the Empire Battalion in stock, or maybe 300 of the Empire Battalion in stock. So them having 9,999 Saturnine in stock in the UK alone is a big number. That's a very big number. Are you impressed by the level of weaponized autism that the MG community has? I was impressed.
I am actually speechless. Genuinely, I don't know what to do with that information.
Well, that's the thing. Here's the best bit. The information is totally useless.
Right.
It's like because the next day someone buys a Saturday box and it changes. Next day someone but it's one of those. It's interesting information. It's not even interesting. It's like mildly curious. Does that make sense? Like if you're someone out there and you're like, I wonder how much stock GW keeps of like Space Marine, the new Space Marine Combat Patrol. I wonder how many they made of that. Okay, I'll just keep adding to cart until I find out. Oh, interesting. Can't do anything with it. A minute later, the information's out of date. It's completely useless information. It's just mildly curious.
That is one word for it, yes.
So you think that I need to go out and touch grass? I'm just saying. I'm positively well balanced.
It's not often I've got nothing to say, but I yeah.
You know what's going to happen though?
Am I going to sleep better tonight knowing that?
Yes.
No.
You know what though? It's going to sit in your head. I guarantee you, that information is going to sit in your head.
It's really not.
And I guarantee you, at some point, honestly, either you or somebody watched this video is going to go, "God, that's so stupid. Why would you waste your time doing that?" What how many bastards they keep in stock? What how many bastards they keep in stock?
What I can guarantee right now, well, not right now, but at some point in the future, there's someone sat there watching this on YouTube thinking, why would they do that? As in watching us talk about this. I'm sat here going, right, why am I involved in this conversation? But then there's going to be someone watching it and they're going to be sat there going, why am I watching this?
This is peak content. This is what the internet was designed for. People are going to download VPNs and go to and do traffic via Albania just because this content is so peak that it's undoubtedly going to get censored. That's what's going to happen. No politics though. But we already talked about the whole VPN situation last week, so it's okay. Yeah.
I'm just wondering if I can somehow get booted off by the online safety bill now, to be honest.
Just go back to a simple life.
Not having this conversation would be ideal.
You voted for it. You passed the legislation.
I didn't.
You're not even a politician, but somehow you got executive authority and you were like, I passed this, so I don't need to talk to Tim anymore.
If that happened, then I'm all for the legislation. If that all gets cut off now, then it's the best piece of legislation ever. Because
fully supported, fully endorsed.
Jesus wept.
Oh, man.
Debbie asked me before, what do you talk about? How do I explain this to
her? You just say, we contemplated the follies of mankind.
Honestly,
that actually does kind of sum up what we do every week.
Honestly, I'd rather be building white lions right now.
Go on then. What do you want to talk about? Has your brain melted completely where you can no longer?
I've got nothing now. I've
got nothing. Have you seen the? Okay, I've got something. We'll get it back on track. Have you seen any of the Conflict 47 lore since we last spoke?
Well, there's only the Japanese that have been released since then.
Did you read it?
It was a bit. Well, it wasn't quite as weird as the others, I didn't think.
No, it wasn't. Now, how do you feel about that?
What, you're now becoming a therapist?
I mean, if I'm your therapist...
How do I feel about the Japanese?
What's your relationship with your father like?
Well, it's whatever it was has led me to this conversation, so that should have got involved with somebody professional at a better day. Well, it's the Japanese are now the least crazy out of all of them.
Yeah. So I am both happy and slightly vexed with the Japanese law, because on the one hand, it's relative within the universe of Conflict 47, relatively normal. Which, you know, they definitely dialed it up to 11 with the US. They definitely dialed it up to 11 with the Axis. It was fairly dialed up with the Soviets, and then the British and the Japanese seem to be pretty normal. And I think what Warlord's done is they've tried to balance the amount of like retconning they've done between the two editions, because obviously Conflict version 1, there's a lot of established lore there, but the Conflict version 1 lore is very similar to what you read about like the Japanese. It's relatively just like, oh, what would happen if World War II continued, and that's basically it, right? So I think what Warlords try to do is they're like, look, we know there's going to be some people that come over from this game from original Conflict 47, and if we change everything about that, they're going to be upset. And so obviously they're loyal customers who have supported this game during the resin and metal years before we started putting plastic out there. So if we change it too much, we might put those people off and alienate them, and that might upset them. But if we don't make this super, super exciting, weird, and wacky, we're not going to attract in new customers. And obviously one of the customer bases they're going to be looking at trying to get into is 40k players, because 40k players love weird and wacky stuff. So I think what they've done is they've tried to make certain factions appeal to different player bases. So if you're a 40k player and you're coming into this game completely new, you're not going to be that bothered about the resin and metal orientated factions. You're going to be like, I want plastic stuff, and also I want this to be crazy over the top because I'm coming from 40k. And this is where Warlord is like, look at the front page. We've got plastic Germans. We've got plastic Americans. And look how crazy they are. We've got super FDR. We've got, the green vault, all this kind of stuff. Here, these are for the new players. I mean, obviously, if you're an old player, you could collect these as well. But these are the new players. And then they're like, oh, are you coming along from an existing, as an existing Conflict 47 player? Take a look at the Japanese and the British, and to a and the middle ground is the Soviets. Take a look at these guys. We've got you covered. So I think they've tried to respect the old lore in areas whilst updating new lore to try and basically attract the to appeal to several different player bases. I respect and understand what they're trying to do. But as someone who is a 40k player coming into this, I reckon they could have got a lot more freaky with the Japanese. I reckon they could have got a lot more weird with them. Like, someone in the Discord, shout out to Narrow in the MG community. He was like, they should have their own super soldier program. Like, because the Germans have got the super soldier program, and the Americans have got the super soldier program, and the Russians have got the super soldier program. The only people that don't are the Brits, so they've gone for AI instead. But the Japanese should have a super soldier program, and it should be like Oni warriors. So Oni are like demons in Japanese folklore, and so they're not actually taking like demons and putting them into people, but like the side effects of the Japanese super soldier program is you start looking like an Oni. And I thought that was a really, really, really cool idea. But yeah, they've been relatively normal with the Japanese, which is I don't know.
Super soldiers, but they got the Shibito, haven't they?
Yeah, but they're just zombies, and that's just Axis tech, but applied to the Japanese.
Yeah.
Conflict 47 is so weird that zombies are relatively normal. Yeah.
I don't know. I quite like the Japanese range, to be honest.
I like it. Aesthetically, I love it. I think those exosuit guys are amazing.
Yeah, I like the Ghost Squad as well.
Yeah. I reckon they're coming in plastic. If I was a better man.
Yeah. Anyway, not even on my radar at the moment.
It's going to be. It's going to be. I am painting. I've got on my desk right now, I've got Tin Men for the Brits. I've got zombies for the Germans. I've got walkers and tanks for for British and for Soviets. I've already and I've got some German stuff coming as well. Like Simon, you whether you want to or not, you're going to be playing Conflict 47.
Oh well, yeah, I just won't be painting any.
No.
I'll let you do all that.
That's fine. They're at those. Truth be told, man, and this is for you and for everyone watching. They're a piece of piss to paint.
Are they?
Yeah. I painted 5 of the on stream, and bear in mind, like on stream, it always takes a bit longer because I have to pause painting to like answer super chats and do engagement and everything. On stream, I painted 5 of the Soviet power armor guys in 2 hours. Now,
that's not bad.
If I always say it takes twice as long on stream, I could definitely have knocked out 5 of them in an hour.
Yeah.
And you only need like 5 to 10 of them in your army.
Yeah.
So you could sit down and paint 20. You could sit down and paint a full squad of 10 of them, and be like, "That's all the power armor guys I'm realistically going to need for my Soviets for a while because they're quite expensive. They're like 30 points a dude."
Yeah.
And that's in bot action terms, when your average dude cost is 10 points, them being 30 points is expensive.
What's the battle size?
Well, we're presuming 1250.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
We're presuming 1250. Although there is rumblings of maybe 1500, but I would prefer 1250 unless a lot of the conflict points are a bit pricier than the regular bot action points. Then I would say go to 1500. The reason for that is I feel like 1250 already can take 2 to 3 hours with more like 3 hours with bot action with deployment and stuff.
Yeah.
I think bot action is a very quick game if you do first wave. I think if you do not first wave, it can actually be quite a long. It can add like half an hour onto the game length, like deployment and dicking around and stuff. So that's why we always do first wave, by the way, because it's not in the rules. I just always pick it.
Yeah.
We're meant to roll. I never roll. I said we're doing this.
I just do what you tell me.
Yeah. I saw someone, they'd done the Italian, someone in the chat, it might have been Narrow again, he'd done some Italians, and he'd painted them up as proper Roman legions with like bright red colours and everything, because he'd done like the Centurions, and they look so good. Because his argument was like, what's the point in having camouflage when everyone's got fucking laser guns now?
You can't see you to shoot you with a laser gun.
Well, yeah, but if you're a big Centurion dude, you're not exactly stealthy, are you?
That's very true. Very true.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for Conflict, man. I think it's gonna be
Release date?
I actually know.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm allowed to. I don't know if I'm allowed to say. It is the end of September.
Right.
So we knew it was September. I can tell you it's the end of September. I can't say more than that.
Enough.
There you go. Well, I can say more to you off camera because you're covered under my NDA. Of course, you are. You are. You are covered in the NDA. But if you say anything, I get in trouble.
Fair enough. I'll drop the PayPal in the comments, and then if anyone wants to know anything, just.
Oh, no, to be fair, Warlord have said I can when I get the conflict rules, which I haven't got at time recording, though I am expecting them later today at time recording.
Yeah.
When I get the rules, I'm allowed to talk about them. I just don't be like reading things verbatim, be a bit vague, because they want to obviously they want us to talk about it and to hype it up, but they also want to be able to put their own marketing and stuff out. And if we just keep jumping the gun and revealing everything, then it kind of screws around with the people that they've employed and stuff like that. So we're allowed to talk about any of it, just at a not at a high level, but like a medium to high level.
Right. Fair enough. Sounds very complicated.
Yeah. Well, that's just fair enough. It's better than the GW NDA, where it's like you cannot mention that it even exists until we say so. So yeah, there you go. But I'm very excited for Conflict, man. What was I going to say? I reckon I know what's going to happen. That was it. I reckon I know what's going to happen. You say it's not even on your radar. I reckon you're going to play one game and be hooked. Should I get some Italians in just for you? I'll do it. I don't mind.
The Italians are across factions, aren't they?
Yeah.
I like to see what the army building rules stuff, and that's kind of.
It's going to be. Like. So I can tell you this because Warlord has already said this, and I'm basing this off one of the interviews they did. It will be platoon structure like bolt action version 2, version 3.
Yeah. Right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, completely different now. Let's go with a different game system.
Go for it.
Copy of the new Nemesis game is now in the UK.
It's in the UK. It's made it. It's transited around the world.
Yeah, it's now in the UK.
Not long now, then. Like 3 days. Do you reckon?
No, it's got to go to the distributor in the UK, and then they've got to do all that. So I reckon it'll be a couple of weeks yet. Still.
Oh, because it's probably just in component parts, and then they need to like.
No, because they have distributors, so it's just in a container. Then they go to one of their UK distributors, who then box it all up, and all that. Because I went full, what's the top pledge, right? So yeah.
Did you go full send on it?
Yes, I did.
I totally get that. I went full send on the Riftbuster Mega Bundle, so it's nice just buying the big thing, isn't it? Sometimes, if you've been looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, can't wait. You should be. It's like Aliens. I mean, it's like we've had Alien 3, and now we've got Aliens.
I am very. It's actually a good thing to talk about. I am very open to the concept of doing Nemesis on channel.
Yeah.
We need a crew. We need to assemble a team.
Right. We'll do the new one on channel.
We need to do the new one on because we actually did it about 3 years ago, and that's actually it's still on the channel, that video. I don't want to bring the mood down, but that was one of the videos that Stu was in. Yeah. So I actually that video has become more important to me because obviously it's like a bit of a memory there, which is kind of good. But yeah, we should definitely.
What you can do is we could do it. You can play it online. You don't even need the board game. You can just do it on do Nemesis Lockdown via Steam.
I know, but I kind of I like the tactile element of it.
Yeah.
And also, I think with this channel, we don't really do video games, and so even though it's a video game of a board game, people will just be like. Whereas seeing us in person, like screwing each other over and everything, I think would be fantastic.
Yeah, I need to start really swatting up on the rules and stuff, but yeah, I can't wait. Yeah.
You swap on, so this is the distribution of labor. You swap up on the rules for Nemesis, Waterloo, Screw It, Old World, and 40k.
Right.
And I'll just look at conflict.
Well, yeah, but you need to give me the epic.
I've got what? Yeah. It's I would have given it to you today, but obviously we've pushed the battle report behind the scenes. We pushed the battle report back.
Are we allowed to do what are we doing next week?
It's going to be conflict.
Is it?
It's going to be conflict. Yeah. I'm going to have the rules. We're going to be playing the game. We're going to be putting a battle report out. Because
are we allowed to do that?
Yeah.
The big Grey Knight Codex.
I know. But the Grey Knight Codex isn't going anywhere. And the conflict, it's one of those where it's like, if you're not first, you're last kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So I want to be on the cutting edge of that. Unless Warlord says I can't do a battle report about it. They might say no. But I think they'll be okay with us doing a battle report about it.
Yeah.
Cool. If I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what. Here's the pledge. If I get enough painted for us to do a reasonable display of conflict, not just bolt action with like one unit that's weird in there.
Yeah.
We'll do conflict. If I don't, then we'll do Grey Knights.
Cool.
There you go. And on that note, does that seem like a good note to end on?
I think so, yeah.
I know, we're only 50 minutes today.
I know, yeah.
Last week we did another hour on top of this.
I am time poor today, unfortunately.
No. And also, we want to try and keep these to about an hour. I think that's like the perfect length, give or take 10 minutes. So yeah, Simon, as always, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your patience and for putting up with me for another week. And I tell you what, man, I thank you for sharing your deep thoughts, thin coats. Now,
yeah, got me ranting about the White Lions kit, then look by you talking about stock levels GW.
Yeah, fascinating.
Yeah, so it's like logistic. Look, just on obviously my business, I sell. And I'm not that excited, I'm not that interested in stock levels on airline seats as.
Do you know what's hilarious? So, as you said, my business, the mic cut out, so it was like you got censored. My business redacted.
Yeah.
No. We never, Simon. We always talk about being shills, but we never shill your business. We should do. So, Simon, am I okay to shill you?
Yeah, feel free.
Okay.
I'm not giving you any. I'm not sending you any rules. So.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Simon does a travel agent, not just travel with Simon and Debbie. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's it.
Not travel with Simon and Debbie. I use him for my holidays. He's very, very good, and you should definitely use him for your holidays. But you only do within the UK. You can't help the Americans, can you?
Very true. Yeah, sadly not.
There you go. So there you go. So do you have a link?
Yeah, I'll send it over to you.
Send it over and we'll put it in the description. Yeah. There you go. Now all we need for this video is to blow up. That's all we need. There we go. Come on. But no, seriously.
People sat listening to stock levels to get to booking a holiday. That's the most random video ever.
There you go. But no, on a serious note, I have used Simon for holidays, big and small. I used Simon to book my holiday to Florida, and it was absolutely seamless. And I've used him to book holidays for just like a few days and for several weeks. And he does a very, very good job. And even if he wasn't my friend, I would highly recommend him. There you go.
It's nice. Thank you very much.
No, man. It is my pleasure, sir. It is my pleasure. And it's the truth. So there you go. Yeah. But we are going to have to wrap this bad boy up. So Simon, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here. Hope you guys enjoyed it back home. Let us know what you think down in the comment section below. Are you excited about Conflict? Is there a particular GW kit that you hate? And that's about it, really.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I think we've covered that.
Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And of course, as always, we'll see you guys next time. Would you like to know more? If so, then please consider becoming a channel member or patron. By supporting the channel, not only will you be doing your part, but you'll also be helping me create more content for your viewing pleasure and unlocking a whole host of perks. You get everything from a badge next to your name, custom emojis, but the big one is access to the Mordian Glory Discord server, an online community with almost 2,500 active members. It's always popping off in the MG Discord. We've got channels for army lists, hobbying, tactics, stories, and even a pretty spicy meme section as well. For all you greenhorns that wanted to see the Mordian glory hole, today is your lucky day. And joking aside, I do want to say a massive thank you to all of the current channel members and patrons. You guys are amazing. Truly the lifeblood of the channel. I could not do Mordian Glory full-time without the incredible and generous support of my members. So thank you guys so much. And last but certainly not least, I want to say a personal thank you to all of my top tier Patreons. These are the War Masters, the people who have truly gone above and beyond the call of duty. So a heartfelt thank you to Alex Dengal, Bon Vert, Lord Pryor, Mark Panconi, RJ Scorpion, Swordfish Trombone, Try Again Bragg, John Stubbs, Nick Walsh, Diesel Fox, and August Barney. Seriously, guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your support is incredible and it makes a huge difference. Thank you so much. That's all for now. Hope you've all enjoyed today's video, and of course, as always, see you guys next time.